So one of the research that actually sparked the light in my head is every time you come to Ghana, certain period of the season when you try to buy things from the market, they will tell you there's a shortage.
Yeah.
They use I said until I boarding. So I feel like, well, if there's a shortage, so that means there's a problem.
Yes.
So in every situation, if there's a problem, you can find a solution.
Yeah.
That's where the money also comes in as an attachment. One of the most important things that people actually forget, doing something like this, they mostly focus on the financial capital.
Yes.
Where I'm gonna get the funds to start this. But I also feel like having the knowledge capital is very, very important.
Okay.
Because you definitely have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So for instance, if I do have like 22 acres, I want to do it. Without knowledge, I'll just throw money around for people to just misuse the money.
Yeah.
For the most part, what I've done, I think I can say maybe like 85% done.
Okay.
And just to give a rough estimate, I probably want to say maybe about 28,000.
28,000.
Yeah, 28,000.
That's cool. What's the size of the land?
The size of the land is 1,000 square meter.
1,000 square meter.
1,000 square meter. Yeah.
Let's move straight into the conversation. What motivated you to leave the US to come back to Ghana as an IT personnel who's, I'm sure, making good money in the US? What was the idea? What are you doing here?
Yeah, so I do get that question a lot.
Yeah.
Especially they feel like you live there, everything is rosy there in the US, so why are you in Ghana?
Okay.
I think for my journey, I've always been a person that I like to come to Ghana, see what's going on, see the things that's happening on the ground. So I think one time I came to Ghana, I stayed for a long time, not the regular 1 month and I left. I think I spent about 3 months. So just to figure out what I can do for myself, what's the future looking like for me.
Okay.
So I think I stumbled on a video about farming. I started doing more research about farming, different types of crops. So I think that's where the interest sparked from. And comparing it to US and Ghana, things I can do with the farming, I felt like Ghana would be a better option for me. So yeah.
So has it always been the idea to move to Ghana? Are you permanently in Ghana now, or?
Yeah. So idea. A lot of people that know me knows that I love to talk about. I want to move to Ghana, but you can't just wake up and just come.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things you got to learn. Especially living outside the US for a very long time, you have to know how things are done in Ghana. So it was well planned. I actually put things in place, had a roadmap that I follow to make sure if I do come to Ghana, it wouldn't be like 1 year, 2 years, I'm going back.
Yeah.
So right now I would say maybe like 70-80% fully in Ghana, but not 100% yet. Yeah, because I'm giving that room of the 20% that I can go back and do certain things, then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But was it easy making that decision, considering family, culture, differences, and?
Well, it wasn't easy.
Okay.
It's never going to be easy because living in a place for a very long time, leaving friends, family, everything back, and especially like I mentioned, I was in IT.
Okay.
So good pay. So you got to throw everything and just come and start. It wasn't easy, but I guess as a person, if you know your journey, know where you're going, it kind of let you know that you're making the right decision and it's going to work out for you. So I had to just make that tough decision just to move to Ghana and start something for myself.
Okay. All right. Did you have any fears coming when the idea, or you finally made the decision to come? Did you have any fears?
Oh yes, there's definitely fears.
Okay.
Because like I said, been outside Ghana for a long time, so coming back, you're not sure what to expect.
Yeah.
So at the back of your mind, you might think that, okay, what's going to happen? Is it going to go well?
Yeah.
What if I fail?
Yeah.
Things like that. But I think one key moment that I always take is, regardless of the fear and things like that, you still have to stay positive, motivated that you want to do it. And I'm sure everything that you set your mind to it and you get the right knowledge on it, you'll be able to do it. So yeah, fear was there, but I was able to pull through, and now you're here.
All right. How was your transition from, you want to have like practical knowledge, your transition from the US to Ghana?
Ghana.
Was it easy?
Practically, it's never easy.
Okay.
So when I made that decision that I want to come to Ghana for this purpose, I actually came on the grounds, watch a lot of YouTube videos about farmers, people that have already made that transition before, the process they went through. So I came on the ground, went to several farms, just to speak to them about how it was like for them to come and how things going. So I tap into their knowledge, their experience, and everything that they went through that transition. So practically, you have to be here, see if it's really for you, because you can't decide that you want to move to a country for good and stay outside and make that decision. So you have to come on the ground, walk around, raining, sunny days, drizzling days. You have to be in it to feel like, okay, this is something I really want to do before you make that decision.
Okay. So right now you are based in Kumasi. Why did you choose this place in particular?
Okay, so originally I am from Kumasi. I'm an Ashanti, so I'm from Kumasi. But I do have a spot also in Accra, so I double between these two cities, Accra and Kumasi. So the initial plan was to set up the farm in Sawam.
Okay.
But I think for some reason, from the people I spoke to and their experience and things like that, they felt like you can start small. As the things say, that dream big but start small. So I felt like, okay, let me just start small. So I do have a land here. I'm not really using it for anything. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just start small in Kumasi, see how the market is, hear how this whole thing is about, the process, the ins and outs. And so that's the reason why I decided to start here in Kumasi.
Okay. So far, have you experienced any cultural shocks in terms of the business, farming, or your daily life?
I feel I've not yet gotten to that point, and I think that's mainly the reason behind that is because I've done a lot of research. A lot of knowledge I've gone into this whole process. So certain things I already know is going to happen, and it happens. So I'm not surprised about it. So I guess when you do more research, ask around, you have to ask, because people have done it, failed in the past. They have learned their mistakes. So when you get closer to people that have done it already, they tells you, the bad things, the bad side of it. So for me, not yet. And hopefully, I don't get shocked.
So what are some of the things that you already know that is wrong, but you know already, so it's not too shocking?
I feel like, not personally for me, but certain people that I've interacted with sharing their experience, certain protocols are being given for farmers like us, to follow. But sometimes we feel like we can do it in a certain way. So I feel like if you want to do it in a certain way, you still have to consult the experts, the agronomists and things like people like that. So I've not actually seen anything, because like I'm very particular and careful about what I'm doing. Because you can't just wake up and move to a country and like just try your luck on something. So every protocol they have given me, I make sure I follow it to the T. So have you experienced or faced any challenges so far? Any challenge that you say? Oh yes, yes. So I think the first challenge was getting the spot. Like I said, it's actually for one of my friends, and he's not doing anything on the farm. So I pitched the idea to him that I want to start small, do something here. So actually there's a little problem on the farm, so I didn't know that. So I guess in Ghana, when this excavator, bulldozer come on the field, that's where you know who the rightful owners of the lands are. So I did experience that, and I think we crossed that path. We're able to negotiate, understand how things are going, and it has been given to us for us to do what we are doing. And I think some of the challenges are, finding the right people to help you, push your dream. I think one thing I've noticed here is there's a lot of young guys here with no jobs. They actually want to work, but the thing is, some of them want to, they feel like you just came, you have excess amount of money somewhere, so they try to kind of blackmail you for certain thing that they can do and charge little. So I've learned through that process. I've learned how they charge within a day, so things like that. So far, I think it's moving quite well for me.
All right. So how are you navigating that? People probably, you look very African Ghanaian. It's hard to tell, except maybe you speak.
Okay.
But if somebody should realize that you are from outside and they want to, talk to you, how do you manage that?
I think in the beginning they really got me in the beginning. So I think I learned through that process of my experience has been learned from that side. So like you said, when they see you, you are Ghanaian living here, but when you start to speak, communicate with them, they feel like, wait, he's not from here. So they start to say certain things, certain price, they kind of like double or triple it. So sometimes I also pause, ask people, hey, I'm trying to do this, what is the price range? How do they get it done? I'll give you an example, like plowing my land. I kind of ask, how much do they charge? Because I don't want to go, they will hear me talking and feel like, okay, he's not from here and then charge. So sometimes I ask before, I take that action, so I have a price range in my head. So if you go over it, I know that.
So what type of farming are you into right now?
Okay, so like I mentioned, the dream is big, but I'm starting small. So right now, I'm doing habanero farming, habanero pepper farming.
I believe you did a little research. Why habanero?
Okay, so from the research that I've done, it's good. It's a very good crop. Very good in terms of market demand, and also something that I feel like it's not too stressful for a beginner farmer to start. So I have many I want to do, but I set on the habanero for the start. And
so far, yesterday you were talking about going to school. So can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, sure. So part of learning process, trying to figure out what I really want to do in Ghana. When I came, I watched a video on YouTube, and I think that Michael, that was the guy's name, he's also a farmer, does habanero pepper. So through the process of watching the interview he did, he mentioned Holland Green Tech, a company that he went through, that he got his knowledge from. So I took the name down. The next morning, I made a call to the company, went there to speak to them about doing the farming and things like that. So I think they gave us the insight that we need to know. And lucky enough, they do have classes that they actually conduct every Saturday in Adenta Frafraha in Accra. So I made it a point that every Saturday I'll join the class, and I think it's about 3 to 4 hour section. So every Saturday, go there. They teach about how to start, the process, how to nurse your seed, everything, like the whole 9 yards. So they teach us. So we gain a lot of knowledge from that place before I even made my mind that I want to do it. I want to even start purchasing things to start. So yeah.
So far I see you're just starting to prepare the land, you're mulching, you're doing irrigation.
Yes.
So you've not gone too far. I can't ask certain questions, but I want to know how far, what your experience is so far with the farming in particular. In terms of logistics, maybe funding and all that.
Yeah, so I believe everything is about budgeting. So when I got the right people, right contact, set on doing the habanero pepper, I asked for a budget. How's it gonna cost me to do an acre, 2 acres, things like that. So when I got the budget, actually prepared coming to Ghana for this purpose.
Yeah.
So the funding is actually coming directly from me.
Okay.
I started purchasing things, little by little. Even though I was still going to the classes,
Yeah.
I was still buying the material, certain things that they want me to purchase. I buy them down, put them down. I buy this today, put them down. So when everything was like almost complete, that's where I started, coming to the field to do all these land preparations and things like that. So I had a budget for it, and help.
So in terms of the logistics, is it easy to get the tractor and all of that? Is it easy?
I think in Kumasi, especially my location, it was very difficult for me to find the tractor, someone that will plow. As for the excavator and the bulldozer, there are plenty of them here, because I think this is more like a newer environment, so there's more like that. So I had to make a call, ask few friends that this is what I'm trying to like do. I need this particular thing to plow my land, to hollow my land. So they kind of direct me to different places. So I did bounce around here and there, so I was able to find something. It wasn't a tractor, but it was one of those mini tools that actually plows land and also do the hollowing. So I got 2 of those to work on the land for me.
So can you, so far on your land, you've done irrigation, you're doing the mulching. Can you give us a fair idea on the budget so far, what you've spent? If you just, I'm sure you have an idea. Yeah.
Right. So for the most part, what I've done, I think I can say maybe like 85%, done. Okay. And just to give a rough estimate, I probably want to say maybe about 28,000.
28,000.
Yeah, 28,000.
That's cool. What's the size of the land?
The size of the land is 1,000 square meter. 1,000 square meter.
1,000 square meter.
1,000 square meter. Yeah.
So, do you have a market projection for how much you can get?
Yes. Yes. So through the school, they teach you and they actually educate you that whatever size of land you have, you can actually calculate to be able to determine how many plants, pepper plants you can actually plant. And even planting it, they can even give you an estimate, the kilos every plant or each plant can, give you. So So on this land, it's estimated about 2,700 plants. Pepper plants that I can do here.
Right. So this is just like an experimental place for you.
Yes, for now.
Before you expand.
Like I said,
So can you tell us about that? Your like future plans in expansion? How and then do you have plans of partnering your friends, people out there?
Oh yes, for sure. I do have partners already.
Oh, okay.
So we have acquired 22 acres in Sawama Hojo. Right around that area. 22 acres. So my partner and I decided that we want to do it, but like I mentioned earlier, it is a big fail for us to do big. So like you mentioned, this is more like a practical test run and see how it's gonna learn. I'm gonna learn from all this process, and I think one of the most important thing that people actually forget, doing something like this, they mostly focus on the financial capital. Where I'm gonna get the funds to start this, but I also feel like having the knowledge capital is very, very important. Because you definitely have to know what you're doing. So for instance, if I do have like 22 acres, I want to do it. Without knowledge, I'll just throw money around for people to just like you misuse the money. So this is more like a training site for me, a startup section for me, a practical environment. So as I grow the business, I'm also growing my knowledge in how to cultivate or harvest habanero pepper farm. So
so obviously you're doing this for the income, and then you know that it's attractive.
Oh yes.
How attractive do you think it is here in Ghana? Because you've actually done some research. How attractive do you think farming is here? And what do you think the future is for farming here in Africa?
So one of the research that actually sparked the light in my head is every time you come to Ghana, certain period of the season, when you try to buy things from the market, they will tell you there's a shortage. They use I saw a boarding. So I feel like, well, if there's a shortage, so that means there's a problem.
Yes.
So in every situation, if there's a problem, you can find a solution. That's where the money also comes in as like attachment. So after doing all the research, I felt like, okay, then there's a potential niche that I can actually venture into it and supply. Even though I've now gotten a market here because I'm new into this, starting this, I feel like, okay, the demand will definitely bring me the market. And like I'm projecting to have it somewhere around December and then January. So that's where it's hammer time. There's a lot of demand in terms of habanero pepper. So
So I think we are ending here, but we would want your advice in terms of farming to people, the diasporans, people out there. What advice will you give to them when they want to get into farming, and also their transition generally? What advice, practical advice, will you give them they can hold on to before they make that decision?
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question, and I think that's one of the things, the key takeaway. Most of the interviews that I've watched online on YouTube, from you as well, interviewing other farmers, I think when I was there, I felt like I can send the money, do it in a large scale, and just call it a day. But it's not about doing it big. One, you have to have an idea, the knowledge on what you are doing. That's advice number one. Because if you don't have any knowledge about it, you can employ someone to do it for you, but whatever the person tells you is you believe it because you have no idea. But if you have an idea, you can actually reason with that person to come with a solid, better conclusion or understanding to process. So I think knowledge is key, and it shouldn't be like you want to start big, because everything is a learning curve for newest, because we don't know, we are learning from it. So we definitely want to take it small, start small. Like I said, I was there, I felt like the money is there, so I can just do like 10 acres, 20 acres and just call it a day. But when I came on the grounds, working with the locals, understanding what they do here and things like that, I felt like, okay, let me start small. Even if the money is there, still start small. So by the time you are growing with a company, maybe from 1 acre to 2 acres to 3 acres, by the time the company is growing, you're also growing in knowledge. So that would be the advice that I want to give people. And you can't stay there and say you want to do it. You have to be on the ground. We have to be on the ground.
All right, so you have to be on the ground. My last question: are you happy so far with the decision you took? Do you feel happy?
Oh yes. Oh yes, I'm very happy, extremely happy about the decision I've taken, and I can say I'm very happy because I've done a lot, extreme research on how these things will pan out for me. So making that journey, I feel like I already know, like a deja vu. I already know what's going to happen, and I already have the solution for it. So it makes me feel comfortable, confidence, in what I'm doing.
So from what I take from you right now, I believe that knowledge is the key. So we are going to end here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. I don't know if you'd like me to leave your contact, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
So we are going to share his contact. If you are out there, you want to come, you need any advice or anything, you can call him directly. Thank you for sticking around. Have a blessed week.